With a winter chill gripping much of the nation, no such worries today here in the Sunshine State and Everbank Stadium in Jacksonville. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. 3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. You look at this Jaguar defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
To throw, it's May. And his throw here is incomplete.
Had an open man that time and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Here's May. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. On 1st down, it's Genty. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Let's face it, that's just a helpless feeling for a running back there. He's looking up to find a hole, and all he finds is a whole lot of ticked-off linebacker.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Pass to the veteran. It's Robert Woods. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 37. We got to like what you're seeing from this offense here on the first drive. A nice, sustained series to begin the game that will continue after picking up another first there.
Would you say the word methodical comes to mind? I love the execution. I love what they're doing on this drive. They're controlling the ball, controlling the game, controlling the clock.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. This 2nd and 4. Throwing here is May. That's to the right side, caught by Bergen. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
Well, he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's second down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll throw with May. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are on the board first here this afternoon. Matt Gay on for the extra point. And this is good to make it 7-0 Indy.
Makes the score 7. Jaguars nothing.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Looking to put a drive together.
2-2. 2-2. Hot. 1-1. Hey. 2-2.
Here's a give up the middle. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as they used to be, huh?
One more. Hey. I know sauce. Hey.
Murray going to throw. And this one complete to Smith. The Jaguars at 500 at 6-6. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, you know, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On play action, it's Murray. They'll roll him out right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. And Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. You look at this Colt defense. They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
He has enough for the first down on the keeper, a gain of 6.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he stopped immediately there. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
This is caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brock Bowers, 28 yards. And the Jags respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. A point after, good by Groupie. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's take over first down team at their own 22-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very... That went out wide and intercepted. Picked up by Marquise Bell. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
2nd and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21. 7-7, our score after 1.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Called it to 26. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Spears. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
To the air, May. He's got this complete to Burden. And, he takes a shot at the end of that play.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? Looking to throw, May. He's got Smith here. And he's taken down inside the 30.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Colts first down.
Out of the gun to give the Spears. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, because they're dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance. And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
From the gun on 3rd down is May. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. They're going on 4th down. May. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they are back down to 500 following the loss last week. Consistency has been a real issue for them so far.
Brandon, you almost don't know what team is going to show up every week. I mean, there's no consistency with this ball club at all, and if we feel that way, I know it frustrates the coaching staff, and it also has to frustrate the key leaders in the locker room. They got to figure out how to get coordinated.
Murray now to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
This now a 3rd and 4. To throw is Murray. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
2-2, hot! Move.
Murray now. Flushed out right. Oh, that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Takedown, 34 yards. And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage. Grupe able to add the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Grupe to kick this one away. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Offense at the line and set to go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, it hasn't been a banner first half for the defense trying to cover him today, but they'll take that one right there, helping force that incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's May. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing now is Murray. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call. But they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in this second half. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Whoa.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
3rd down and 4.
Here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Well, he and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3 and out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never doubted for a second they pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Here's Murray from midfield. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down.
Well, they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Play action. Now it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now Murray. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Murray. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away, no good. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So the long field goal misses, and now the reverse. You're in a tough spot defensively. They'll start the drive at the 43.
Hey, what's up?
From the shotgun, it's May. Pass caught by Burden. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Hand off to Spears. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. To throw, it's May. Open man, that's Felton. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33. A nice pickup there, 10 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And here's a give to Spears. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Play action, May. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell.
There he goes left side. He's on his way. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards.
Oh, big-time credit. What a play design there. They wanted to get him loose in the open field, and they succeeded. He had all sorts of room to operate in, and they finally track him down inside the 5-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Jordan is in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it all.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done? But they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And he's going to be out of bounds on the return way back at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's a run by Spears. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. It was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. The slot man in motion right. May going to back this one forward. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's May. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the 1st. Throwing here is May. Goes right back to Smith again. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They'll throw with May. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To the air, May. He's got this complete to Burden. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Right back to Spears.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Sarge.
They'll run with Spears.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Looking to throw. May.
And this one complete to Smith. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They'll come up now 3rd and 9.
Back to throw here.
Pass to the right side, caught by Burden.
And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down.
Hey, what's up?
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Now May on the sneak.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Drake May.
His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Colts go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And now the Colts are going to keep the offense on the field as they'll go for 2 here.
Crazy, crazy.
May going to try and throw for it.
And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. And that was Dorian Williams who found his way through and planted him for a loss on the play. 2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 and the 36. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Now Murray, he bootlegs it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It'll be 37 yards there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop in 14 seconds remaining.
That's pretty difficult to sum it up offense in a 2-minute drill when your guys have struggled to put points on the board all afternoon. There's an incompletion right there.
Here's 2nd down.
They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
How about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. They'll try and throw forward May.
And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
To a knee goes Murray, and that should just about do it. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, it's unfortunately more of the same as they'll fall to 3.